Thank you, Madam Chair. Today, women make up nearly half of our workforce. 64% of mothers in the United States work outside the home. Many are the sole family wage earner. Their wages pay for rent, for groceries, for childcare, for health care. But even though it's 2019, too often equal pay for equal work is not a reality. On average, white women earn 80 cents on the dollar compared with white men in substantially equal jobs. The wage gap is even more pronounced for women of color in nearly every line of work, regardless of education, experience, occupation, industry, or job title. This has severe and long-term consequences for the lives of working women and families and for our economy. With the Equal Pay Act, Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and more recently the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act, we have made some progress in reducing inequities for women in the workplace. But unfortunately, loopholes and insufficient enforcement tools have allowed wage discrimination to persist. For example, a lack of easily accessible data on hiring and wages has made it difficult to detect, let alone prevent, wage discrimination. And even when wage discrimination is discovered, working women face significant barriers to fulfilling the heavy burden of proof for holding discriminating employers accountable. Last month, I was honored to chair the hearing on persistent gender-based wage discrimination. We heard witnesses describe the barriers to detecting wage discrimination and holding employers accountable. But most importantly, we heard how the Paycheck Fairness Act will provide workers with the tools they need to help close the gender pay gap and achieve wage equality. Several states have already acted to address pay inequities, including bipartisan efforts in my home state of Oregon. It's time for Congress to step up and address persistent wage discrimination nationwide. By passing the Paycheck Fairness Act, we have the opportunity to end discriminatory pay practices that contribute to keeping women and families in poverty. We have the opportunity to finally make equal pay for equal work a reality. Madam Chair, I request unanimous consent to enter into the record a letter from AARP outlining support for the Paycheck Fairness Act because the bill will strengthen financial security for women while in the workforce and later enhance retirement income security. And I also request unanimous consent to enter into the record a letter from the AAUW in support of the Paycheck Fairness Act. Madam Chair,
the gentlewoman's request will be in general leave.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Today, we have this opportunity. Let's pass the Paycheck Fairness Act and make equal pay for equal work